Hello and welcome to Ian's Brick. So it feels like it's the middle of the night. It's actually about 6:45 in the morning, and myself, there's my car, and my good friend Duncan, there's his car. We just stopped off at Starbucks here. Now, I'm not a coffee fan, but Duncan is. Duncan needs his coffee in the morning. So we are off to the National Brick Event in Exeter. So we've been on the road for about an hour and a half. It's quite a long route if you know the south of England at all. The A35 sort of from Bournemouth through Bridport and on to Honiton is not the best road in the world, but we've made good progress. There's not much traffic on the roads, so we've just stopped for a coffee. So we've got another half an hour or so until we get to the venue at Exeter. So hopefully we won't be too much longer. Have you got your fix? Yay, that'll keep you going. We have arrived at the venue. It's actually still quite dark. I think that the camera's picking up quite a lot of light, but it is only just getting light at the moment. So this is it. This is the Matford Centre in Exeter. Weather-wise, it's actually very, very mild for sort of, last day of November today. So these are all the traders here. There's my car, there's Duncan's car. We're just sort of unpacking all of our stuff, and we're going to get everything inside the venue. This is the Matford Centre. You can see the sign behind me there. It's an unusual space, I have to say. There's all sorts of things going off around the outside. It's a nice big area as well. It is very, very large. And our table, mine and Duncan's table, these three over here. We've got 3 front tables and 2 backing tables between the two of us. And you can see the rest of the venue here. One thing I have to say though, as nice as this venue is, just smell a little bit. It's actually I think they do sort of cattle and sell cattle and calves and stuff in here, so it does smell a bit like cow poo, but I'm sure we'll get used to that as the day goes on. It's not the best. It's a good job you haven't got smell-o-vision. Anyway, let me get the rest of the stuff out of the car and get cracking with everything. Okay, everything is out of the car. This is all my stuff on the left hand side. Tablecloths are on. Duncan's stuff is all over here. Interestingly, we're underneath the signs that say Prime Cattle Sale Ring and Dairy Cattle Sale Ring, so that should be interesting. Right, we're just setting up. As you can see, Duncan's sort of setting his stall up here. How's it going, all right?
Yeah, very well.
And then I've got my stuff over here, so mine's sort of a little bit more disorganised. I'm starting to stack things up, as you can see, so yeah, a little bit more preparation to do. Okay, so it's around about 9:20 and I'm all set up and ready. I've got slightly less space than I normally would have, which means I've got slightly fewer sets as well. There's Duncan there, and he's all set up as well. Let me give you a quick tour around both of the tables. This is my side of the table here, and I have to say I sort of fairly randomly put things down this time. I'm normally a little bit more sort of organised, but we've got smaller sets at the front, larger sets at the back, intermingled with quite a lot of the dimension sets as well. Quite a lot of Star Wars stuff on the left. So some of my bigger sets at the top there, the sail barge and the brick moulding machine, and as we go down we've got again some more Star Wars, some Harry Potter, some dimensions mingled in there as well, and then all the smaller sets at the front. So hopefully I've got a decent mix of sort of large and smaller sets. I'm expecting to probably sell more of the smaller sets today. That's my police station, and there's a big Duplo set there and some more dimensions. Get rid of the scissors towards the end. We'd put a little label on the side just to sort of show which side was mine and which side was Duncan's, or Brick Buddy as he calls himself. Duncan had quite a lot of poly bags, all very reasonably priced. He even had a whole thing there of the minifigures, again very reasonably priced if you want to stock up on some of those. And then sets wise, the bag there had a Brachiosaurus in. We got some sets which are still currently available, some of the promo sets as well, some older sets like some of the Brickheads. We've got the Ninjago sets, again very reasonably priced. And as we go up there, he had some of the helmets. He also had some of the Death Stars from a couple of years ago. The Mos Eisley Cantina at $2.80, very good price for that. The gift with purchase, which is the Dungeons and Dragons, that was there. Even some of the minifigures, for the pirate minifigures from the Lego house. Chewbacca there for $110, which is a pretty good price as well. We had the Marvel promo, and then we have the Batman art set there. That was a big set that he'd got, £500 for that. I just moved the other set out of the way, and it's the Palpatine's arrest. That's from a few years ago. Very good condition that, so hopefully he'll sell that today. And as we move down, some of the smaller sets, some of the promos, and some brick heads as well. So hopefully a good selection that Duncan's got there, and I think both tables together look pretty good. This is what people will see when they arrive. Welcome to the National Brick Event. Here's the main entrance here. This is the Matford Centre. And if I just go through the double doors, you can see me in the shadows there, in the reflection. And this is where people sort of check in. They have all the minifigures that they normally have. And I've not seen this before. What's this here? This super yacht by David Willoughby. That's very nice. If I could have one of those full size, that'd be fantastic. And then this is the venue here. As I say, it's an agricultural hall, but obviously it utilises the space for many other things. I think they're still setting up, so this is where the submarine is going to go somewhere over here. And then you've got a couple of displays. I don't think it's completely finished and sorted yet, but let me show you around the rest of the venue. Just take you a tour of some of the actual venue. So near the entrance there was this area here, which is just a load of Lego bricks for you to play with and build, and sort of build whatever you like. Quite a few of these little areas here. Just give you a whole view of the area itself. That's my stall over there where my finger's pointing. That's where my little area is. And you can see all the other traders are still sort of setting up and finalising their stalls. There's Rob from the Lost Bricks. Hi Rob. And just sort of pan around to sort of show you the area. This is the National Brick Events table here where they have minifigures. You can build your own minifigure there for £2. They had some pre-built ones as well and loads of polybags to choose from. And they always have a really good selection of minifigures on display, all individually priced. They even have some orange spacemen, look, one of my favourites. Plenty of minifigure packs as well to choose from. Just giving you a brief overview of all the different figures. I didn't sort of linger on any of them just because there were so many to show. And then round the other side they had sort of lots of accessories and parts, all sorts of things from life vests to some animals and rocking horses, and goodness knows they've got this huge selection of different things that you can get from all different sort of themes, and some larger things there. There's a polar bear and some sheep. So yeah, lots of selection there. This is a nice little model that they had. I think I may have seen this before. Hadn't finished it yet. They've still got a little box of minifigures to put out. But just to give you sort of an overview of that little street scene there, which is nice. I love the Greggs the bakers there, and that's the back of the street. This area is always popular with the kids as well, where they can build with those massive blocks. Just show you some of the other vendors that they had as well. Obviously, a lot of people were still just finalising their setups. Plenty of Lego to buy in the show today. This is a nice another street area here. These were all sort of mock builds of modular buildings. None of these that you can obviously buy off the shelf, but some real imaginative sort of builds here. And I do like how they sort of put them all together in a block. There seem to be sort of theatres and grander buildings there. I like that Dutch style roof there on that building. That looks really good. And as we go round, there were other little stores and shops and things. Hotel on the corner, police station there, mini police station. There's so much you can do with modular buildings, and I just like the attention to detail, and they all look different. They've all got different styles as well. I particularly like this one here with a clock in the middle, the clock tower. That looks really good, and some sort of older style buildings on either side of that. And a big hotel at the end. That's a rather grand hotel. And that brings us round to the front where I started. They had some of these other models on display. I've seen these before at some of the National Brick events. There's Darth Maul looking very sinister. You've got a larger scale Boba Fett helmet. A lot more detail than the one that you could actually buy from Lego themselves. Rather nice TIE Fighter minifigure there, using the TIE Fighter helmet, and they've obviously built a separate body for it. And a large Darth Vader helmet as well. and a couple of Star Wars ships as well. I've shown these before. The Terminator things are really, really good. A couple of Marvel things as well. We've got Back to the Future train, some Daleks. We've got Scooby-Doo. I've seen him at a few shows before. We've got Scrappy-Doo now as well. There's Scooby, and there's Scrappy-Dappy-Doo. And on the next table there was another sort of street of different shops and buildings as well. I think that says karaoke there, karaoke bar. We've got a nice IKEA for you to get lost in and have a wander around. And there's even a Toys R Us there as well, a nice toy shop. And a Taco Bell next to that. And then over here we have some other builds I've seen before. We've got the Pentagon. And then next to that was another street. And this is sort of more of shops. I like the KFC at the end. Finger licking good. There's the inside of it there. And also Pizza Hut. For those of you that don't know, I used to work at Pizza Hut many, many moons ago, around about 30 years ago. So it's good to see a Pizza Hut there. We've got the arcade next to that. Hot dog stand. And then at the end there's an old-fashioned style McDonald's. This table really took my interest. I've not seen this before, but they'd basically got lots of the old city sets, sort of Lego through the history, really. We've got the Black Seas Barracuda there. I used to have that set, so yeah, that's a long time ago. And some of the old vehicles, like the Highway Repair there from 1980, I used to have that as well. It was great to see all these old models and sets that I used to have. These caught my eye, the Fabuland figures, but look at that, at the back there's an actual Fabuland set in a box with all the plastic and everything. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know what it is about the nostalgia factor with some of these older sets, but I used to love the way that Lego presented their sets back in the day. Some police and fire vehicles there at the front. Again, I used to have some of those. And then we go back into the 70s. And how Legos was very, very different back in the 70s. Fewer parts and things, but you could still lots of vehicles that you could buy. And this was quite good as well. They got the different style of 4x2 bricks, of how they all look on the bottom, and how they've changed over the years significantly. And it's sort of each one of these sort of tubs here, bowls, sort of explain the difference. And you can see as we get back into the 70s and the 60s, how the look of the bricks did change. And we go all the way back to the 50s when they were basically hollow inside and had the gaps on the side. So yeah, the Lego bricks have evolved quite a lot. Some old train track pieces there, some original sets, and this caught my eye. I mean, just a little house, but absolutely immaculate condition. There's not a lot to that, but I just love the fact they've got the box there as well. And some of the older Lego things, got some of the vehicles and cars. Used to do a lot of these vehicles that were pre-built. And the tree pieces, the windows, and the 1950s Legos there, which is just sort of basic houses. And then going all the way back to the wooden toys that they used to do. So yeah, it was a really fantastic display of Lego through the years. And it's just before 10 o'clock. We've got a few people queuing already. That's always good to see. It's quite a big venue, so I think there'll be plenty of space for everyone today. At least it's not raining outside. And there's Mr. Lion guarding the entrance. Right, the doors are open, as you can see behind me. People are starting to come in, so hopefully it'll be reasonably busy today. So with the first hour in, it's been fairly steady so far. I have to say though, Duncan's doing a lot better than I am. He's doing a roaring trade. He's obviously got some very, very good prices on his stalls. So anyway, still early days yet, so just to have a pan around, you see there's quite a few people in. There you go. So there's the 11 o'clock crowd has just come in, so it should start busying up a bit now. Just a quick update. It's around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. It is starting to get a little bit quieter. It's been reasonably busy in here today. I say sales-wise, it's not been the greatest. I never thought it would be today. There have been quite a few events already in Exeter. I think there was a brick festival around about a month ago, so I was always expecting today to be a little bit quieter. But it's been fairly steady, and it's definitely been worth coming. I say I know my friend Duncan's been quite busy. He's down there. He's done quite well today for his first Lego show. And I say there are still quite a few people milling around, so hopefully we'll sell a few more things. A lot of the smaller sets seem to be selling today, so I always do try and bring a few sort of smaller sets, knowing there'll be lots of kids and stuff around, especially during the afternoon. So anyway, onwards. Got a couple more hours left, and I'll let you know how things go by the end of the day later. We are getting towards the end of the day here in Exeter, and I've just been given my Exeter brick. This is from the National Brick Events. Most of the events give you one of these bricks, and this will go onto my collection. That's my collection just there, so I'll add that into that little tier of bricks. It's getting higher and higher now. There we are, there's my roll of honour there of all the shows I've been to since 2022. I have been to more shows than this, but I don't get a brick for every single one. But this is all from this year. I think I have got a brick for every single show I've done this year, which is really, really nice. So quite a lot of shows. This is probably going to be my last show for this year. I haven't got anything else booked in at the moment till the end of the year. So yeah, Exeter's going to be my last one for 2024. Plenty of things booked in for next year. That's pretty much the event done and dusted. I've actually already started packing away. I kind of forgot to show you what I got left on the store, but you can pretty much tell that it's not too bad. I've sold a few things. All the bigger boxes are already packed away in the other boxes, so I've still got quite a few bigger boxes left, but it's been a reasonably successful day. I have had better days. I've certainly had worse days as well. So I'm going to pack all this away into the boxes, and hopefully it won't take too long to get away from here.